All right, we're ready to start ISO 3. So we're going to create a new document here. We're going to name that ISO 3, and we'll go ahead and get this started. In this one, what I'm going to do is more of a subtractive method, if you'd like to do that. So I'm going to create the full dimension for this part, and then I'm going to cut out this rectangle here, and maybe I'll cut out something on the front. I could have also cut it out on the top. So what I'm going to do is start a sketch on the front face. So I'll select front and sketch, and now I'm going to be sketching a front face there. I'm just going to do a simple rectangle, and this full dimension of this is for the width and height 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 9 by 6, so let's create a 9 by 6 rectangle. I should be able to actually, it looks like it likes to dimension. In Inventor, I can tab over and select, but we'll just dimension it later. Maybe this, I can do 9. There we go. It let me select it. And then if I believe I hit tab, let's see if I do this one. Now it lets me dimension this by 6. There we go. So now I'm getting the dimensions here. I'm getting used to onShape. You guys may find shortcuts for yourselves. I'm still a little bit new with onShape. I'm used to my Inventor, and you might be used to the different CAD program. We're going to finish that sketch. I'm going to go back home, and then we're going to extrude this. Let's go ahead and extrude it the depth that it needs to go. I'm going to pretend like I'm extruding it backwards. It really doesn't matter. And this is 4 in depth. So let's select 4 there. Okay, and we'll finish that up. So now we have a solid piece. What I want to do is cut this out. I can either select to cut it out on the front, or I can select to cut it out on the right side face, or I can select to cut it from the top. Let's go ahead and select to cut it from the top here. So I'm going to create a new sketch on that. Let's hit top, and notice what we did. I'm just looking at this right now. What I could do is I could rotate that. It looks like it rotates it. Usually it rotates at 90 degrees. I know it does in Inventor. I'm not used to this, so this just rotates it a little bit. Now what we have here is this edge right here. This is that same edge. So where this is going to be at is right over here, and that's a rectangle that we're cutting out. Select right on the edge, and we'll go and dimension that as we need to. I'm clicking dimension. This will be 2. And I hit enter, and I click and just go over and hit 2. All right, and now we have that set. We could finish, and let's go back to our right ISO so we can see that that's sketched in the proper place there. And now let's extrude that, and we want to do a remove, and we're going to go through all, and then we can hit OK. And that's what it starts to look like. Now we could do the same thing from the top, or we could extrude from the side. I'm going to go from the front here. So I'm going to click that face and hit sketch. Now there's a new sketch there. Let's select the front, and then we're going to draw that rectangle in. So let's go ahead and start this rectangle in the corner. And when I click, it should let me select my dimensions. So it looks like it's letting me select either one of the dimensions. Is it this dimension here? Oops. So I went too far. That's okay. Let's just dimension this, and that should be 4, and this should be 3. Let's make this 3. All right, and now we're ready to finish that sketch, and now we're ready to make this 3-dimensional. So let's extrude this in. There's my extrude. There's the face. We're going to go in, and we just need to go in the depth of 2. Right? Notice that it's saying add, so that's why it's being funny right now. I needed to click remove, and now we're seeing a preview of what we're going to get. Select, and that's our ISO 3. And so what we can do from here is actually, remember, get rid of our planes that we don't need to see, so we have a nice third part, and we'll take a snip of that and insert that in our presentation. All right, and that is part 3.